folks, how's it going? It's Monday, we do some game dev stuff today. We'll continue working on getting this Blender model of my rock golem working in Unity. Turn that music down a little bit. It's a little bit on the louder side. Let's knock it down just a touch there. Much better, right. I hope you've all had a good weekend, enjoying your Monday so far. It's been a good start to the week. Pretty good, and the weekend was nice and chill, is what we want. Hey Blitz, how's it going? Good to see you. I hope you've been well. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Hope you're good. Been playing the new Lego Batman? I have a little bit. Played did one stream, did a 4-hour stream on it, and my something wasn't happy and the stream turned into a slideshow. So I've not tried playing it since, but I'm putting together a new computer that should be able to handle it. So fingers crossed we'll be playing that again soon. Been trying to avoid any spoilers, but I've enjoyed what I've played so far. Just solid 4 hours non-stop. Can I please say I 100% of the game, very repetitive to get achievements. I've heard this. Reading, I've tried to avoid spoilers and stuff, but I've read people's opinions and stuff on that, how it plays, and a lot of people have said the same, where it's cool and all, good graphics, like the gameplay generally is good, just it's a lot of repetitive stuff, which I'm fine with. Like, I like Lego games because I can kind of mentally switch off a little bit. I still like to have the puzzles and more interesting stuff to engage in, but generally it's not too mentally taxing to play a Lego game. So I tend to enjoy it for that reason. Riddler trophies are the most repetitive, and Quizmasters challenges also. Okie dokie. I'll keep that in mind. But I know Riddler's trophies in Batman Arkham were annoying. I didn't get all of them playing the Batman Arkham games. You're bad at opening Pokemon Go gifts. I am very bad. I open Pokemon Go about once a day, if that. I'm actually opening it once a day now. I never used to open it once a day. So because you keep sending me gifts. But I opened it earlier and sort of had a look, caught some Pokemon and closed it. So have you sent me gifts since then? Got 3 legendaries this weekend. Nice. That's really cool. You end up teaming up with people. Let's just get the game open on my phone. 4 if you count my double Mewtwo. Yes, blue hair UK girl for 2 Mewtwo's. Others I got myself. Nice. Yeah, I'm in a WhatsApp group. People around the world are just going to invite you to do different events and stuff. I've never actually taken anyone up on that yet, but I know I can just basically message people on there and go, oh, okay, is anyone doing this? Can I join in? I think because I've not sent you a gift, so I think I actually accepted your gift yesterday, but I couldn't send you one because it was before midnight. So I couldn't actually send it until today, and then of course I forgot. Oh yes, this is free of you to send gifts to. Yeah, free gifts on the way. It varies day by day as to drive available. So no legendaries. Cool, let's have a look. I believe there are 121 Riddler Quiz Master trophies to collect. Wow. I kind of like collectibles, like, so I don't mind running around, but when it gets too much, it's like, oh, this is tedious now. But I don't want to stop collecting them because I need to complete them. Nice, it requires OO and Mewtwo. Those are some epic legendaries. Two Mewtwo's, one of the two is actually kind of a shiny, not real shiny, but oh yeah, I like the backgrounds one, they're nice. It can be fun if you can make it fun, very tedious. Yeah, there. Like all collectibles are kind of tedious in games, but I'm a sucker for them. I kind of have to collect them. What is my bot doing? It's not picking up all the chat messages, so it's going to be slow. Let's switch over to Unity. We'll carry on with what we're doing here. Oh, there we go, it's caught up. Very satisfying to 100% the game now anyways. Oh yeah, I enjoyed 100%ing Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. That took forever, but I was only playing a couple of hours a week. But I enjoyed going through that. Right, let's just remind ourselves where we are with this model, because it looks fine, but there's something not quite right with the animations. Not quite right with the model anyway, because it's facing down naturally. Which is just weird. Now if I activate the walking animation, I can't even see the screen here. There's the golem. Somehow the scale explodes. I don't understand why. So we need to work that out. I only have 2 Eevee evolutions left and I have all the versions. Nice. If it's a Lego game, it'll be fun regardless. But comparing it to Arkham Games Sector, there's different levels in my opinion. Oh yeah, that. You can see they've closely emulated the Arkham games. Like the whole thing with the games. Okay, let's think of what the Arkham games would be if they were Lego. But other than that, they've not. They're completely different styles to them. But I like the combat. I like the combat in the Batman Arkham, Lego Batman Arkham. Because the combat style in the original Arkham games was fun anyway. I'm going to minimize that and go to Blender. But we will get back to the playing that on stream. As at some point I would like to complete all Lego games on stream. It's kind of my mission. But it's going to take some time because I'm working on my own game, as you can see. So I'll be playing games amongst working on my own stuff. I wonder if they transform... You have to have a look at... But I don't think any of this... I don't think any of this is actually got any dodgy rotations on it. Apart from that one. And that one. But that's okay. Hey, it's a cut short, but I gotta get going. I will catch you another time. Good luck with your stream and the game you're making. Thank you, Blitz. Good to see you again. I hope you have a good week. I'll catch you next time. Do you have any legendaries? I can't recall. I'll have to go through. Certainly not any of those kind of ones. Don't have the it's from the season pass this month. Is that the paid season pass? Because I don't pay for the season pass. No, the free one. Okay. Probably didn't complete it then. If you're able to get level 100 before the 4th of August, you get it. 7 days left. Okay. I shall continue. Don't know how far I am with that. I can tell you in a moment. Yeah, I've never completed a season. I kind of just play it occasionally. If I gain anything along the way, it's a bonus. So where am I? Level 60 on the July pass. Oh yeah, it's 100. Okay, I've got 40. I don't think I'm going to make it, but 40 levels to go. Yeah, I shall keep playing and see what how far I can get. So I think got up to 15 in the 10th anniversary pass. So I didn't get very far with that one. But I shall use it as an excuse to get out of the house. Where's the rotations gone now? It's resolutions. Image. Scene. Oh, there we go. Meta rig. So the idea being, so I want to make sure there's no rotations here. In theory, we have, I don't care about these tiny percentages. In theory, they should be next to 0 on any of these percentages, which appears to be the case. Let's go to the animation. Can we remove that? What's happened to Attack 02? We're missing Attack 02. Where's that gone? Let's quit Blender and reopen it. Not there. At some point I've lost Attack 02. Let's go back. Go back to version 10. That doesn't make any sense. But walk scanning a Taco 1. Taco 2 is not there. Okay, let's go back a bit further. So this is why I save different versions, because it's clearly something is gone wrong along the way. So 10, let's go to 9. The Taco 2 is not there either. Okay, let's go 8. At what point do we lose any attack animation? Hmm. Seven. See, there's a Taco 2 there. So version 7, you have the attack still. Okay, I'm going to make a copy of this. I think I have every Pokemon made in our Minecraft server. Nice. Let's call this 7A. Realise I didn't come in with lyrics this time. Need to fix that. You didn't. Realise you can't actually see this because I've got the other copy of Blender on top of it. So yeah, that one's broken. Do walk. So the walk is okay. Okay, so I know I have all that's in there, that's fine. How come all of these are now set as walk? Now, I'm not going to mess around with that. I'm going to go back to the latest version and just try and fix it from there. Rap song, but I changed one word to make it through Twitch. What I'm going to do is gangster up. You know, copy that and put it into here. I feel like it's tongue breaker. Yeah, that's what I'm going to put in here, because I can read it. I'm assuming the word neighbour is the one you've had to change. Yeah, Twitch doesn't have too many characters, yeah. Means friend in gangster rap slang, yeah. So he goes, yeah, motherfucker, what's up? Neighbor gangster rap, neighbor, 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 neighbor. I'm 100% neighbor, neighbor. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. Neighbor, neighbor, I'm 200% neighbor, neighbor. Neighbor, 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 why do police hate neighbor? Neighbor's neighbor. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. Have I heard the song? I have not. It's cool. Okay. I feel this is the one we actually want. Okay. So we'll come back to the latest one we're working on. There's also this well-known racist song. It comes on memes a lot. Maybe you have heard of it on Instagram or something. It's called Alabama Neighbor. Possibly. But it's this one by a racist redneck. Not even satire. Oh, wow. I can understand how that goes then. So I know this rap duo that used the song as a beat and put anti-fascist lyrics on it. Nice. That's awesome. Like changing it around, turn it into a anti the original. The only problem is when I played it on stream, people were on shocks as they thought I was starting up the original OG. Oh no. Yeah, I can understand that. So I have no idea what's happened to the animations, but the animations are in Blend Unity. So I can probably try and re-import them back if I need to. We'll see. Or restart again. I don't know. It's all learning. So let's try another export. So it's supposed to be minus y forward. I'm going to leave it as that and see what I come up with. Let's try that again. I don't know where it's actually put that. Export. FBX. Yeah, let's put that into there. Okay, it says accessed. It doesn't say it's modified though. Oh no, that it is. That's the one. Awesome. Okay. So you got the script and the animator. So we'll shall delete that. Delete that. Oh, of course the lighting's come with it. Hey Lisa. Oh well, I'm gonna have to copy that into read that as well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Teaching You Dutch is a song. Okay, let's copy. So, what going Gebeld about das sich date upon hell bedard noch in second later was haar gang gewollt met paard start en paard in de gang. Daar staat hij. Ja, en paard in de gang. Een paard in de gang. Beach. Rove. Johnson.
Epic.
It's about a horse in a hallway. Epic. I like your version better. Awesome. And just gotta repeat from that, isn't it? This is peak Dutch music. Cool. Well, it's kept some kind of it's increased in size, but it's kept its form, but it's not applying any animations to it. Well, I did want to go for like a rock giant, but not quite this big. You make tiny giant. So it doesn't matter how small I set it. It still scales to 100. As soon as the animations are applied. Oh, is it the meta rig that's scaled at 100? Let's go back to that. The Deck Picio? Some Spanish words. Hello. Hey bot, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you've had a good week or weekend. Good start to your week. I wonder if it is in the meta rig then. So let's delete it from there. Delete it from here. Interesting start to the week indeed. How about yourself? It's been a pretty easy start into the week. Could not complain at all. So scale is 1. It was a nice nice chilled weekend. There's nothing crazy going on with these. So the transform on the meta rig is just standard. There's no scaling now. Is the scale not keyframed? Ah, I think you might be right there, Bob. Also, Blender always exports stuff to have scale 100, even when you apply scale. It's weird. Okay. I wouldn't mind too much, as long as all the scales were consistent. Not like the scale applies when it's animated, but not on import. So if it imported times 100, I scale it down. Not a problem. But I think the keyframing probably is I think the scaling might be in the keyframing. How do we check this? So there shouldn't be any. I shouldn't need any scaling. I don't change the scaling. So I shouldn't need to record any of the scaling information here. Ah, here we go. Yeah, we've got scaling. Okay. So do I just delete the scaling from the animation? Because the scaling doesn't change. Like, I think I just told it to record all points, not really thinking about the scales. So we'll do it systematically. Delete the scaling. Cool. Yeah, because I literally just write just recorded all the things, and obviously I was never going to change the scaling. Even to a certain extent, some of the rotations are not going to change. As you can see here, it's the same throughout the entire thing. But I wanted to make sure I had captured the start and the finish positioning. Today I have petted 2 kittens and 1 very old cat. Ah. Yeah, petting kittens is awesome. Petting cats is just as cool. Very happy. Were they your friends' kittens? Yeah, cats are the best medicine. Yeah, they know when you need attention. But then they also know when they want attention. And it's not always the same time you do. But I couldn't live without cats now. I had a cat in the house for, I'd say, I think 15, 16 years. So it'd be weird not to have a cat now. See, this is all the things that I'm gonna keep in mind for the next model I do, is to not to record the scale unless the scale is going to change, because it's going to screw me over. Cats are love, cats are alive. Some pictures in the chat. Awesome. Let's have a look. Oh, so little fluffy. Little fluff balls. I love that patterning as well, their fur. My cats give me attention when they want it, need it. When I want it, they don't care. But funnily, when I have a bad day, it's like they sense it. I need attention, give me attention. Yeah, so cats are good like that. They're not for people that are very needy. So cats are on the same level as a non-needy person. Like, they come to you if they have needs, and they come to you when they know you have a need. They're very good at that. I see you posting the cats and dogs as well. Yeah, those are cute kittens. Miss having a cat. Yeah, I can't imagine what it'd like to be going from having a cat for many years and then just not there anymore. When my last cat went, I still had Damien. So we had the 2 cats, including Damien. So it wasn't going from like cats to no cats. It was going from 2 cats to 1 cat. But it was still hard. Still hard losing that cat. Losing a cat is so hard, yeah. Yeah, my partner has 3 cats. 2 of them are from the same litter. So it's going to be fairly likely that they'll be going, if all goes well, as weird as that sounds to say, they'll live as long as each other. But that does mean likely to expect them to live within a short time of each other. Shadow's sister Spider Monkey died like 7 months old, I think. So difficult to have to let go of her. Yeah. It's especially that young as well. I think they just haven't had a life yet. First plan is getting a tortoise, and then I'll go for a cat, probably driving license right now. That sounds a solid plan, Lisa. Yeah, I know tortoises are very cool pets to have. I had a friend with a tortoise. And it just kind of let it do its thing and wandered around. I suppose there is something about this scaling issues that if I ever need to do like some kind of powered up creature that grows in size, kind of Power Ranger style. I know it's possible now. Quite easily possible. Although it's not to say it'd be inconceivable before, but just to show how easy it is. Hey, so you sound a bit different today. Everything cool? Throat's a bit sore. It's uncomfortable to speak like I normally do. I'm not sure why it's sore. But maybe just a dry mouth, I don't know. Hopefully it's no cold or infection or anything. Technically yes, but I'm a girl, I need to have time for cats. Oh, cats more important than driving license. Yeah. Cats are good for your health, but driving license means you can buy stuff for cats easier. But the scaling thingy, I'm pretty sure there's some export settings that you can mess with. You might want to take a look into those, yeah. I've had a look at most of the scaling settings. I don't fully understand what each of them do. And I think I might have already covered the actual model scaling. But I think this animation scaling is definitely throwing it off. Sorry to hear about your throat. Hope it goes better. Oh, thank you. Like, I was fine earlier. I literally sat down to stream. And I think it's probably the air is probably dry here. That could be something. See, this animation doesn't really have too much of the scaling. So these things don't actually have any. I'm going to do all this in here. I'm going to see if I can edit the animations that are already in Unity. But it's good to have the animations set in here as well. Do models inherit scaling from parents? Yes. So if you scale the parents, it is passed down to any child objects. So it makes a very open. So what I was doing, I got an empty here. So whatever I do to the transform of the empty, it kind of applies to the contents. So it's good for. I could throw a load of things inside of this, and then whatever I do, it just kind of moves with it. Try scaling down the parent to like 0.1. Yeah, I could do that. Thing is, it makes the model tiny, and it only scales as soon as it starts moving. So like we had like a tiny little model, and it goes to moving, and boom, super grow. So it's definitely tied to the animations. So yeah, the scaling applies to the static model. And it's importing at the correct size. Like the model in the library is the right size, the model in the world space is the right size. As soon as I apply an animation, it scales up, which it suggests what these scales are here. Scared of animations. Yeah, they're just another fun thing to work out. I would certainly say for now, if you're doing any animation tracking, is to turn scale tracking off. But then you can be left confused on any of this. Like, you're trying to move something and go, why is that part of the model behaving like that? It might be one of these points is locking part of the rotation. You go, I need to remove that keyframe locking that rotation so it can freely move between the other points. And I've kind of had that before, where trying to work out what is stopping something from having a smoother transition. It's because I've done a full transform track and not just a single element. The scale wouldn't have made any difference within Blender. But I did the animation before I applied the transformation. So I did all this animation, set the keyframes, and then I selected everything and applied transformation and scaling. So that was definitely the wrong way to do it. I prefer to do my animations in Engine, yeah. Like ordinarily, I would do this in Unity, but I want the animations linked to the model, so I can pull this model out and use it again if I need to, rather than having pieces of it in a project that I have to put together. I suppose what you'd do is you'd put the model in a folder, and in that folder you have the animation files, you'd have the texture files, and you'd have it all kind of put together. Yeah, always apply transformation into modeling. So again, this is another reason why I'm doing all of this from start to finish before I do the next thing, because I know for next time now. Right, so I've saved all of this. Now my fear is, well, we've saved that. We're going to export it. We'll export it as it is. Let's delete the FBX file. Don't want the camera, we don't want the lamp. No, can't see the screen here, but it says export settings, transform scale 1, apply scalings FBX. It's going to be -Y forward and Z up. I need to print that out so I'm constantly reminded of it, because the amount of times I do it is insane. Yeah, I probably have to have a checklist like do this, then do that. Right, let's create an FBX. Cool, FBX created. Let's go back to Unity. Let's bring this in. The one thing that confuses me is that why is it like that? So it imports with a -90. So the actual model, that's the actual model, the default. I'm not going on now. Father, help! I have fallen. So I'll put that inside here. So as I say, like the scaling here, look. I can scale that and it applies to this. But then the model itself still retains 1:1:1 scaling. So quite useful. And it also means ideally you move this empty around and it moves the contents. It's because Blender used different bases than game engines. Yeah, I need to do a bit more research on the Blender to Unity process. Let's give this a save. Let's see what we get. Here we go. I reckon it's still going to have a scaling issue. Because it's not using the built-in animations, it's using the extracted ones. So if I do this, yeah. So I go stop. Now if I edit the extracted animations, because they're not the ones I've just edited. Most game engines have Z- as forward, while Blender has Y- as forward and Z+ as up, while games uses Y+ as up. Yeah, I don't understand. Obviously there wasn't a standard, I'm guessing. And then they didn't really. I think you could probably set it, as a default. Right, let's can we edit this? There's a scale. There we go. Change the scale to 1 in here. Yeah, everything else is 1. Okay. Pretty sure you can change it in the export settings, but oof, don't want to go for that. Yeah. So I've changed the walking animation to have a scale of 1 rather than 100. So let's rerun this. It's still not perfect. There's something wrong with the rotation. Okay, it's not had a scaling issue. It's had a some kind of transform issue, but the scaling is not a problem. Well, he says. He's gone full Akira. I've got it stuck looping the first frame. If I take it off so it continues for the frames, it just goes poof. So all the frames have got the wrong scaling. What's the door doing? What the dog doing? There's got to be a scale in here somewhere. That's the scale. So all of these scales will be we'll just remove all of the scale properties. I suppose what I could do is re-extract the animations from the model, because I already extracted them. So this is what I got here. This is the extracted animation. So if I re-extract them, it'll take from the what we just changed in the model. Wait, did you change the scale for every keyframe or just the first? Probably change it for just the first in Unity. That's why I'm removing it completely. Because if it's not there, there's nothing to change. But it seems I only changed the first one, so it's started the animation, correct size, and then went nuts. So as a tester, I'm taking these out, and if it doesn't explode, let me know. Let me know it's definitely that. There's some weird thing going in the transform anyway, because all the body parts are in the wrong place when it starts walking. So there you go. So the scale is under control. Not gonna lie, Unity looks depressing. Yeah, it's all grey. I'm sure there's some colour themes I could apply, but this is default dark mode. Okay, so what we shall do is if I extract the animations from here and overwrite it. Can I do it this way? I wish you could stay a bit longer, but it's Monday night. Catch you next stream. Okie dokie, bot. Thank you for hanging out. Good luck with your project. Hope it goes well. Good night, Super Chat, and hope you rest well. Thank you, dude. See you next time. Because now we do the extraction here. Be right back. Okay, dokie. Enjoy your dog walk. I wonder if we... I think the positioning is going to be weird. I think I've screwed up all the whole animation screwed up because I didn't apply the transformation. I'm gonna have to redo it. Be right back, okie dokie. Okay, let's try. Like, if only we could apply the transform to the oh, let's delete this from here. Do a quick Google. It's got to be to do the positioning recorded in the animation. Let's try again. Let's delete the FBX. Okay, we've exported it again. Let's see what we get. Still facing down. Okay, I can export it back out of Unity. That's cool. Let's find out. I was watching a quick video. This video is from 6 years ago, but it might give me some insight. I really wish people that do tutorial videos get it right during the tutorial, not have to correct themselves. Now, you're streaming, fair enough, because it's all live. But you're recording a video. Okay. Control D. Right, that's all I need to know. Literally just that command, Control D. Let's shorten these names a bit. Oh, weird. Delete that, because it's not good to us. That goes into the animations. So walking we will replace with action walking. Scanning with action scanning. Taco 1 with action Taco 1. Taco 2 we've lost. So we have to leave that as it is. Action assemble. And there's also action assemble. Alright, see if this makes a difference. Yeah, seems to be working. But the speed of assembling disassembling needs to be adjusted. -0.5 minus 0.5. Still needs to be slower. Oh, okay. That's gone way too slow. I'm sure it's just the way I'm triggering it that's got a problem. Let's change it. Let's come out of this. Change the speed back. So make that 1. Make that -1. I actually got them the wrong way around. So that's what I did last time. I didn't think about it. So that needs to be -1. That needs to be 1. That's why we have it. Okay. That's why you have the problem. What I'm probably going to have to do is export the version 7 with Ataco 2 with the correct transforms applied. So we can get that coming through and adjusted. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's give it one more test. Now I've corrected the directions. So disassembling. Now disassembles. And assembling. Now assembles. Walking seems to work nicely. Attack. Scan. And of course we go attack 2, it's going to go crazy. Boom. Because the transform's not applied correctly. But we go back to walking. Yeah, resets. So I need to pull that from the older model. So let's do that now. Let's so that was call it 7A. Let's open 7A. Let's get rid of all the scaling. There's probably some kind of secret shortcut somewhere for this, but peace of mind, doing it this way, I know it's all gone. And we have learnt a valuable lesson. Still not 100% sure on the whole orientation thing. But what I could probably do is make some basic throwaway models to test the import process. It's all a learning experience. Okay, so that is the scaling taken off that animation. Okay, let's save that and go to export. We export this model and then we'll take its the animation of it. So -y forward, Set up. Back. Welcome back. Hope you had a good walk. FBX all. Cool. Let's see what we get. I'm going to go back to Unity. So 7A FBX. Got a Togepi from an egg, which I think is the most correct way of getting one. Yes. Yeah, Togepi is one of the cute ones. I wasn't sure whether it went to the evolutions, because Togepi was a single evolution for a long time. I wasn't quite sure when they gave it evolutions. Because in the anime, it was always just an egg. Now, this is an older model, so it's not been fixed, but we don't want the model itself. We just want to get the attack 02, there it is. So we can actually delete that model now. Gone. Let's rename that animation. And we'll drop that into the animations folder. And for attack 02, we'll now give it the attack 02. Right, let's see if this makes a difference. So everything else seems to be working. We got the walk. We got the attack 1. We'll skip attack 2 for now. We got the scanning. We have the disassembling. And we have the assembling. And Taco 2? No. Okay. Taco 2 doesn't quite work. So we might have to rebuild that one. But we've got something to work with at least. I wonder if I can take an animation between Blender files. Let's have a look at Taco 2 as a Do I have to do something to this more? Okay. Thing is, the model hasn't changed, so I don't know why the animation doesn't automatically apply unless I'm missing something. What's the difference here? Root contains position and rotation curves. Do I have to remap it somehow? Let's have a quick Google. Retargeting. I think that's the one I want. So watch this quick tutorial on retargeting animations. Okay, so they're basically creating what I've got so far. That's the only thing with an in-depth tutorial, it kind of gives you the setup as well as the solution. Is the bones the same name? Because it's the same model, just a different version. Oh, I think it is at least. So we'll double check. It's a case of just making sure the bones are renamed. So TAC 02. So we got IK Shin L. Shin R, yep. Don't need the scaling going on, so let's remove the scale for starters. I'm happy I've got this far. I just need to do a couple more tests from Blender to Unity to fully understand it. He's back. Main goal is to grind for Mew. Ooh, yeah. A Mew would be awesome. There's those awesome emotes. Okay, so that's shrunk it a bit. I sell emotes. Sell the best emotes. So we have spine. We have abs somewhere. So we got spine and pelvis left and right, yes. Rotation, position, rotation, position. Oh, pelvis left, pelvis right. Gotcha, yeah. Then spine 0. Zero 1, 0 2, 0 3. And then shoulder left, shoulder right, and spine 4. Shoulder left, shoulder right, spine 4. And spine 4 has head. I think that's fine. Okay, let's carry on with this video I'm watching now. Select a character asset panel. A humanoid and apply. Okay, it's interesting. Unity's got a built-in bone mapper. The only thing is, it's not quite a human, it's a rock golem. This seems way too complicated. Okay, let's see if there's another way of doing this. So in theory, it should be animating at least some of it. Let's go back to here. Ah. Well, that would explain stuff. Delete that. Go back to Attack 02. Okay, try again now. It's actually in there. I'm sure it was in there. Trying to play it, but okay, so we're back to where we were then. Don't understand. Worst case, I'll just have to redo the animation. To be fair, it wasn't that complex an animation. It's probably just another hour lost. no idea why I lost it in the first place. Like, I had it in version 7. I must have done something in version 8. Made it all the way to version 12 without realising we lost it. Oh well. The rest of it's there though. Do you like tiramisu? I love tiramisu. Eat an entire tray of it. Big fan of it. Both Nix and I quite happily shared tiramisu. In fact, when we went out to the Italian restaurant for Nix's birthday, we shared a tiramisu, and they gave us a golden spoon to eat it with. It wasn't the best tiramisu, but it was nice. You like it as well? It's a great dessert. I never really knew much about tiramisu until I met Nix, because it's Nix's favourite dessert. I don't know if we actually want to do this. Because it's going to override standard functionality, which is something I might want to do, but I would say I want to do what I'm thinking of doing here. Now, if it's walking, then I want it to move forward. So I want it to animator set trigger walk. So your update. Lately I've been nostalgic and listening to a lot of bands I liked when I was 13, 16. Nice. Most of them are still nice and nostalgia helped. Green Day was on today. Awesome. Fucking terrible. Dark Side Garbage. Oh dear. Yeah, I watched Green Day live last year at Download. Not the top band, but still nostalgia. So far, Bring Me Horizon, Rise Again, still got the same feels when I was 14. Green Day just spoiled me. Yeah. It's very... Green Day's written for angsty teenagers, I think. It was cool when you were young. So that is, it used to be a favourite band, yeah. I still enjoy watching Green Day, but it didn't blow me away. It is very much the nostalgia of standing there singing the song. But I haven't, at no point did I go, oh, I shall listen to Green Day. Like, it's not a band I go to. But I think if there wasn't nostalgia, I'd probably less inclined. But there's a lot of bands ride on that though. They only keep going because, not because they're good musicians, at least anymore. It's just people will sing along to the songs. Remember how it was when they first came out. Like, I have that feeling about Metallica, to be honest. Metallica live, not been great. Like, Guns N' Roses, definitely not great anymore. But then there was thousands of people still watching them at Download. But Metallica is one of those bands that you can still put the music on and enjoy it, but you don't get really the excitement. And yeah, I only heard a little bit of Guns N' Roses at Download this year, and it's like, yeah, like they shouldn't have really been booked. Like, the only reason they're booked again is because nostalgia. Like, even Linkin Park to a certain degree, I enjoyed Linkin Park, but again, it was for the nostalgia. It didn't quite hit you as much as it did the last time I saw them live. Mickey Mouse vocals, yeah. But yeah, so last time I saw Linkin Park live, they did the entirety of Hybrid Theory, start to finish. And some of those songs had never been done live before, or at least much. So that was a great performance. And yeah, I said they did well this time, but I think it was mostly nostalgia that carried it. You see a lot of people on forums complaining about Download Festival having like modern bands, and no bands really doing the same type of music, or not as strict in the genre that metal bands used to be, because there aren't as many popular bands that still do that type of metal. Certainly not enough to sell tickets to download. So the popular bands are a slightly different subgenre. And people still want the likes of Metallica, Guns N' Roses. Like there's even Iron Maiden. I've seen Iron Maiden a few times now, and they're not as good as they used to be. Still good, but not as good as they used to be. But you can't keep putting the same bands on. I do need to tie this to the animator, so need to be able to stop the animation rather than just kind of set it to go. I should have to think about that. It's a bit too late for thinking. I've been streaming for nearly 2.5 hours. So let's go full camera. And I think there's no point doing a half job on this. I might as well try and rework this into a better script. To give the Golem a full kind of controller. And we'll have to work out that animation for the secondary attack, because yeah, I might have lost it. It might have been gone to the past. We'll save that and come out of that. Goodbye. Have a good night. Thank you, Epic, as always. Thank you for being here, both. Do appreciate this. Thank you everyone. Yeah, I'm tired. Thank you everyone else who stopped by. Thank you Blitz and Bots, and then all my lurkers I see on the side. You're all cool. I'm tired. I'm gonna get some rest. I'll be back on the Wednesday, doing some Trine 5 if everyone's cool. We'll have a bit of fun with that, and we'll be doing more of this Blender model to Unity integration next Monday. This Friday will not be a stream. I am out. So only streams this week will be Wednesday. And I'll be back on Monday. So until then, hope you have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night. And I shall see you all on Wednesday. Night all.